Welcome to OzIndian, and I have with me one of the legends of Australian cricket, Bob SImpson. Bob, welcome to OzIndian.
Thank you very much.
And you must be watching the ongoing series, the Border Gavaskar Trophy in India. And of course, Australia came out second in Chennai Test. Did the calculation of taking only one spinner into that game went wrong, you think?
I think what was wrong, the wicket was doing more than anyone expected. And then you've got to be able to use it, it's a matter of doing that. So it's, if you'd had two, would have the second spinner been good enough to play in a test match? Just because he's a spinner doesn't mean he's capable of playing a test match. So you can go about 4 or 5 areas in that one. But I think from the point of view of the Australian boys, I'll just have to look at what's going on and play according to the tactics.
After Shane Warne, we haven't really seen a spinner who can play a similar role as Shane did in the Test series. Do you think Australia has to really look for talent and groom them?
Shane Warne is the greatest spinner from any country in the world, and you can go back to 1900. So how do you replace a Shane Warne? You just can't. And you can't expect the players to be as good as Shane, and it's a matter of picking the best of the current group and giving them every assistance and allow them to settle into the team so not to be tossed out after just one test.
But Australia seems to be doing this calculation wrongly every time they go to India. They know that they're going to encounter spinning tracks there. Why do they have to adopt the same 3-pace, 1-spin attack? Why can't they change the combination?
Well, we haven't. It's simple. We haven't got spinners good enough. If you get one spinner, that's fine. But if in fact you bowl well enough over India, most bowlers are okay. And I think we've got to be very careful in the search for a spinner. You don't just put anyone in, even if he's not good enough.
Right. And of course, you have coached the Indian team, Bob, and of course, you were also the coach of Australian team. And just putting the two teams together after the retirement of the likes of Dravid and Lakshman, I thought Australia was hoping to get this series in India. What are your thoughts?
I think, you've got to really look at the pitch. It was, by Indian standards, a very strange pitch. And the very fact that, at one stage it looked like it was going to be an even match until your wonderful wicketkeeper got in and changed the whole pattern of the game. But I think if Australia could have got a lead of, say, 250 after they would have been in a different situation. A different situation. So let's not look at what happened before. Let's examine what you've got now. And India are playing well. They've got some good players. But all the time, if they get on a green pitch, how well are they going to play? So that's a matter of waiting to see.
Of course, the back-to-back Ashes series coming up, Bob. And now Australia stands around number 3 in the world. And number 2 are the English team next to South Africa. How do you think the series will go in England first up?
I think it's going to be a tough one for the Australian boys. England are a very good team now. And I think we need to really get everyone fit and ready to play for the whole series. And if we can do that, then I think we'll give it a go.
Do you think Michael Clarke fits into that captaincy well?
It's hard to say, isn't it? When he's played against certain teams, but against, say, in the last Test match, I thought his captaincy there wasn't so great. And it's a matter of him to gain the experience and for the players to back him.
And of course, England team has settled down to a new captain, Alistair Cook. What do you think of him?
Captains are only as good as the bowlers. If you haven't got a great bowling team, you can't win Test matches. If you haven't got good batsmen. So really, the captain's important, but he's not the most important thing in a game. It's the overall strength and then the captain's ability to do that. But just to say, because you've got a new captain, how's he going to go? Same team, so he'll probably do well.
What about the new crop of pacemen Australia has now? Mitchell Starc, Pattinson, and also Mitchell Johnson. Of course, we've got Jackson Bird.
Well, they're very, very promising. What we've got to do is keep them on the field. Yes. It just seems crazy that we are losing so many players to injury. when the medical side of things seems to be stronger than it's ever been. So something's going wrong there, and they're going to look at that very, very carefully and decide what they want to do about it. And I don't think by not bowling them very much in nets and things like that is helping.
Well, if I can ask you for two predictions. One is the India-Australia series in India.
Well, I think India have got the running now. We're already one up. But the Australians will do better on a wicket which is slightly different to what it has. In England, you'd have to think England will do well, but we've always surprised England. I remember I captained the side in '64, which is supposed to be the worst team ever to leave the country, and we managed to come home. We don't lose a lot in England and Australia for some reason, and that's a very good thing going into, and this is what the players should believe in.
Bob, thanks for talking to us in India.